In this lesson, we're going to be looking at Boolean data. Boolean data is data that has either a true or false value. Now, Ruby actually provides a third Boolean value, nil, but in most contexts, we're interested in only true or false values, so we're going to concentrate on those two. Let's open up the interactive shell again. In the shell, we can look at true or false values simply by typing them in. So true, of course, returns true. False, of course, returns false. Normally, we're looking at Boolean values based on some type of comparison that is made. We're going to cover the comparison operators in more detail when we get to decision making with if statements, but very briefly, the way the comparison operators work is we compare two values with an operator, and that comparison either yields a true or false value. For example, 100 greater than 1 returns true. 1 greater than 100 returns false. We can also assign variables Boolean values. So for example, we can write flag is assigned the value true, and flag now contains true, or we can write flag is assigned the value false, and flag's value is false. The not operator will negate a Boolean value, so not false is true if the value of flag is false. You can also double negate, should you choose, but negating more than once tends to be confusing, and it's probably best just to stick with single negation when you need it. Again, the main use of Boolean data is when we're making comparisons, or we also use Boolean data when we're writing loops and we want our loop to run, or we want to repeat code while a particular condition is true, or until a particular condition becomes false. When we get to the sections on decision making for if statements and repetition for loops, we'll look at how we use Boolean data in those situations. But for now, we're going to wrap up this lesson on Boolean data and move on to the topic of ranges.